Hi, Sannes, and I'm looking at a video on YouTube that is a challenge, a 500,000 investment challenge between Magnus Heystek and Piet Viljoen. This is going to be fun, and I think that you should try to follow this. I at least love this. And these two gentlemen, Magnus says that it's better to invest offshore, so he's doing a portfolio or something through unit trust, I think, or mutual funds that's offshore. And Piet says, no ways, South Africa has got great and wonderful opportunities, and therefore he's going to stick to South Africa. So maybe if you go to I'll add a link so that you can see, or put it in the, let's call it the playlist. Maybe I'm going to have a playlist. And there, at the moment, it seems that Piet is in a Counterpoint, a value fund. It's done incredible well over the past 3 years, generating compound annual returns of 18.5% compared to the 8.5% of the JSE all-share index. So most people, what they do is if they can outperform the general index, then that is great. And in this case, we can see that Piet obviously must know his stuff. By the way, I've never met any one of these two people, but he has to know his stuff. And I think Magnus, I've heard him talk and saw some of his articles, so he obviously knows what he's talking about. So let's quickly have a look at the Counterpoint. This is the fund. There's, by the way, at the moment, I think 1,200 unit trust, registered unit trust in South Africa. So it's 18.51%, and it looks great. Compared to what? You see, there are two kinds of people on this, investors. There's the ziggers and the zaggers. The ziggers are the people that is looking for other people. In other words, ziggers do not want to take the responsibility. They believe that they have to go to the experts, that the experts know better, and then the experts are going to give them 18.51% over a 3-year compared to the 8% of the general index. And based on that, they are great investors. Now, please don't get me wrong. If you do not want to take the responsibility to learn and to gain the skills, then I would suggest that you go to people like Piet and Magnus, okay? And maybe do a split between the two. So if you've got $1 million to invest 500,000 with Magnus and 500,000 with Piet, because one of them is going to win, okay? I don't think it's going to be a tie. One will win, definitely, if you take everything into consideration. Now, I personally will not invest a cent of my money, and I haven't invested a cent of my money in unit trust or fixed deposit or in the South African Stock Exchange and stuff like that. Simply because we are wealth creators, and I want to control that money myself. I do not believe the story, trust the expert. Nothing wrong with that. So there's a very small group of people that may want to follow what we're going to discuss, because I'm going to position myself against these two gentlemen. Now, they've got no idea that I'm doing this, and the main street media, financial institutions, is not going to take this up, I can almost guarantee you. But I'd like to give it a go. So I've taken on a challenge on the 15th of April 2019 to take a single dollar and turn that into at least $70,000 as part of a challenge. Now, I've done the recording, there's a video, I'm going to give you the link so that you can have a look at it. And that was basically to take that money. We love the outdoors, we love 4x4s, and we wanted to travel through the east of Africa up to Russia, and then through Europe, and then through West Africa back to Cape Town. And the pocket money for the fuel, the diesel and stuff like that, I've budgeted about $70,000. So I said that I like these kind of challenges. So I said that I'm going to take that, turn that by applying the wealth creator strategy into at least $70,000, so that I can also show people that you can use cryptocurrencies anywhere in the world, even though the rest of the world tells you that it's impossible and it can't be done. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we could not go. So that fund at the moment, if I can go there quickly, that fund is worth 706,407. So as it stands at the moment, it's 621 in cryptos. I've got 69, I think, open positions. And then, of course, we've got in stable coins or cash $84,000 in dollars. So instead of, well, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you advice. That's not my job. I am here to educate people if they want, you know, or maybe it's just fun looking at me and listening to my English. Okay, so there's entertainment value, hopefully here as well. But I try to teach people that is willing to take the responsibility to learn the skills to become investors. Okay, and my speciality, I'm in property as well as in cryptos, and those are the two only assets. I haven't got the stocks and the forex and stuff like that. Simply because I don't understand it, and therefore I focus on that I'm doing. So I'm going to take a portion of that. If I want to take 500,000 rands out of that portfolio at the current exchange rate of 15.4769 rands to the dollar, it means that 32,000 today, $32,306 out of that portfolio of 706 that I want to allocate in order to be able to track. So otherwise we can't compare. And then I'm going to, just like Magnus and Piet, whenever they post, I'll do this for some of my students on a week-to-week basis so that we can track and that I can give training. And I plan to do this on YouTube as well. So if you subscribe to this channel, just subscribe and click that bell icon so that I can let you know whenever I post a video. I'll have a website at the later stage where I'm going to put this information up so that at any stage you can go and have a look. But the main thing is to educate, because the ziggers, those people that do not want to take responsibility, well, they're not going to learn anything. But if you are serious and you want to change and you want to get the kind of growth that I'm getting, I'm not saying that you should be able to get it. Depends on who you are and how serious you are about it. But Warren Buffett has said something that I think that we do not get. And that he says, risk is when you do not know what you're doing. So if you're going to invest in the normal unit trust, the normal stories, you know, endowment policies, retirement annuities, that's not going to move the needle. So although 18% sounds great and 40% sounds great, on a 500,000, you will not be able to retire in 5 years' time from now on with that money. Okay, and therefore they're going to keep your money for another 5 years, and then maybe you'll be able to at least be financially free. I don't advise anyone to try to retire. It's a waste of time. Be busy and contribute and give back. So if you are prepared to do that and follow this, please make sure that you subscribe. And then tell me, what do you think? Is Piet going to be the winner? Is Magnus going to be the winner? Or do you think I stand a chance? Take into consideration that I'm not a financial planner or fund manager. I'm basically old toppy here in Pretoria, trying to take on the big dogs, thinking maybe I'm crazy. Okay, but I know my goal, I guarantee you that I am going to outperform both Piet and Magnus. I will get double the figure. So if one ends with $1 million, I will end with 2 million, right? And I'm even prepared to put a little bit of make it fun. So tell me what you think. I also plan to take up, and we're going to base it on the 1st of November. I'm thinking of putting up a structure where I want to bring my risk down and invest a maximum of, say, $1,000, which is about 15,000 Rand, more or less, and take that and see what the growth on that is. Because when it comes to investment, it's the growth on your money, taking risk into consideration, and what kind of a growth we can get, just for the fun. I've got nothing else to do, so I think let's give it a go. Tell me what you think. I think I'm going to have a webinar. I'll organize, my team will organize that somewhere. Please make sure that you attend, and then also subscribe, and then there you'll have, it's going to be a live webinar. You'll have time to ask me questions, you know, and then we can go a little bit deeper into this. Okay, but I wanted to get it out there just for the fun to see what's going to happen. and what the outcome is going to be. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and a like and click that. If you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. And if you think I'm going to lose, tell me why you think I'm going to lose. And yeah, that's going to be fun. See you.